Welcome to Movement with Mar. Maximum awesome results. Hi, I'm Marlene, and today we are going to take a look at 6 exercises that will strengthen our arms, our upper back, and our shoulders. Keep in mind, always consult a physician before starting any exercise program. And if you experience pain, stop and then consult your physician. You might want to have nearby a pillow to help support your back, if you like, your water with a top on your container, just in case. And because these are strengthening exercises that we're going to be doing, I'm going to suggest some kind of light weights. Now these actually are wrist or ankle weights that I will not be putting on my wrists, even though we are doing upper body. I would recommend holding those light weights rather than placing them on your wrists. Or if you have small weighted dumbbells, you can also incorporate those. Whatever is most comfortable for you. So the 6 exercises that we're going to be working on will help to improve the ability to reach across your body or help you when lifting grandchildren and or those wonderful grocery bags. We will also be performing those activities of daily living that include putting on and taking off our coats or our tops, or putting on or off our pants, being able to pull, okay, along with being able to push and taking care of those wonderful shoulders. So our first exercise, and we will do these seated, and I'm going to be utilizing light weights today, will be a duo exercise. 2 exercises in one. 2 for 1 we're going to do. So I'm seated and I'm elongating my spine, I'm stacking my vertebrae, and what I'd like us to do is just to take our inhale and exhale out. And this time when we inhale, let's shrug our shoulders up and drop down as we exhale. And again, inhale up and exhale out. One more time. Inhale up. Now this time, as we inhale up, let's roll our shoulders back. So we inhale up, exhale, roll the shoulders back. So I'm going to turn sideways as we do this. So we inhale up, roll the shoulders back. So it's an up, roll back, and lower down, and I'm exaggerating. Here we go, once again. Again. Soften the elbows. You have your light weights in your hands. Let's try that 2 more times. Last time. It is a shrug and a roll. This improves the strength in the shoulder blades. And I want us to think about lifting a suitcase up. You have to lift that suitcase up and you kind of shrug up. So let's do it one more time. And we're rolling the shoulders back. That gravitational pull is already rounding us. We want to shrug up and roll back. Let's try that again 2 more times. Shoulders shrug and roll. Yes. Okay. So if you didn't have your weights in hand, or if you don't have any weights, you don't really need to use them. But in order to build strength, we do have to overload a little bit. And so I'm going to hold on to these light weights. I'm going to hinge forward. I'm going to relax my arms down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up and back as if I were pulling the lawnmower, old-time lawnmower, pulling that lawnmower, pulling back. Yes, this is considered a bent over row. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set one weight down. I'm going to lean into my arm. And this bent over row or single arm helps to strengthen through the chest and the upper part of our back. So I really want you to be thinking about your shoulder blades, lifting that bag of sugar, pulling that trash bag, okay? Pulling those weeds. Here we go. So we're going to pull back and release. And 2 and release. Think elbow towards the ceiling and release. Again and release. So pull back and release. Think about that door and release. 4 and release. 3 and release. 2 and release. Last one and relax. Tuck that chin down to your chest. Stack the vertebrae up, lifting that weight on top of your quad. Turn the weight down, holding it with both hands. Let's just look over the shoulder one direction, coming all the way through center and looking the other direction. Coming back into your center, tucking the chin down, looking straight ahead. Now looking up to where the ceiling and the wall meet, right where that crease is. Just lifting that chin ever so slightly. And then looking straight ahead. Now I'm going to turn my body a little bit because we're going to change arms. I'm going to hinge forward or lean into my leg and relax here. And then I'm going to lower my arm. Oh, I feel that weight all the way down to my fingertips. There, that's a little better view. And then I'm going to pull. So think about pulling those weeds. Grab a hold and pull back. Take that elbow as high as you can, pulling back. And then control as you come down. Pull back, breathing in and out. Exhale. Yes, think about that refrigerator door. Pull it open, supporting through that lower back. Pull back. Here we go. Let's count down. Here's 4. Release. Here's 3. Release. Here's 2. Release. Last one. Relax. Tuck your chin down to your chest. Stack your body up. Bring that weight right on top of your legs. Turn it down. So I have my hands on the sides of my weight. If I have one of those leg weights, I just let it rest and I put the hands on the outside of the leg or the wrist weight. And then once again, I want to rotate my neck, looking over my shoulder, coming back through the center, looking the other way, coming back into center, tucking my chin down towards my chest. Looking at center, and then again, lifting the chin slightly, looking up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Trying not to drop the back of the neck too far, just looking up. Just getting a little bit of movement, range of motion in that neck area. Feeling so good. Single arm rows. Yes, that felt awesome. Okay, so I'm going to stay on this side. I'm going to place that weight in that same arm again. I'm going to lean forward and hinge down and then relax my arm. And just like I did that single arm row, I'm going to pull that elbow up. I'm going to hold that weight here, and then I'm going to kick back, and release. See how this is just a 90-degree angle. So I don't want to curl, and I'm not swinging. That's too much play in my shoulder. So I let the arm hang, I pull up, and I just kick the weight back, and I release, and I kick the weight back. This gives you a little more power on your arms, and it works from whenever you're using the arm rests and you're pushing yourself up. Let's kick it back. There's 4, and release. We're breathing as we exhale and release. Here's 2, and release. Last 1, and relax. Release that arm down. Bring that arm up. Let's shrug up and roll back. 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 Bring that weight right back in. Wow, shake out that hand. Wave those fingers. Actually touch each finger, the tips of the fingers. Yes. Splay the hand and give me a little wave. And then what I want to see, I want to see a thumbs up. There we go. Thumbs up. So I mentioned that this exercise, this tricep extension, helps whenever we're pushing ourselves up. Maybe we're pushing to try to scooch in our bed, or maybe we're pushing ourselves up when we're trying to get out of that chair, that armchair. I'm going to turn my body to the other side, watching that other weight. Stacking those vertebrae, hinging forward, leaning into my leg, relaxing that arm down. So here we go. We're going to pull that elbow up. There's that 90-degree angle. You see, I'm not curled too much. That weight is not by my shoulder. It's just hanging down. I just lift it from the elbow. Then I kick back, and I release. And I kick it back, and I release. I kick it back. Shoulders stabilized as I release. We're breathing and exhaling out and inhaling in. Exhale for 4 and release. Exhale 3. Inhale as you come in. Exhale again. Don't worry about your breathing, just make sure you are breathing. Last time. And release. Relax down. Stacking the vertebrae. Shrug that shoulder up, back, and down. Let's just roll. Here we are. Let me see that roll. Up, back, and down. Try not to bend the elbow like me. Try to keep it straight. Feel that weight pulling that down. Stretching from the neck all the way down. Now shrug it up and roll it back. One more. Shrug and roll back. Lift that weight. Set it on the legs. Whoo! Let's see some shoulders pushing forward. Yes. Now we have that little rotation with our neck, looking from the side to the front, over to the other side, and to the front, tucking the chin down, back to center, and then once again looking up to that crease. Perfect. So we've done our shoulders, shrug and roll. We've done our bent over row, single arm pulling back, helping us. We've done our little kickbacks. Oh, yes. And now we're still going to use one dumbbell, and I'm going to seat forward. And this is called our diagonals. And with our diagonals, what I'd like us to do is turn the palm towards me. The weight is just resting. And I'm going to do one more exercise, and I'm going to use the ankle weights. So it's just the palm is towards me, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift and bend my elbow across, and I release it. And I lift, and I almost touch my shoulder, and I release. And I lift it a little higher and bend, and I release. Let's do 4 more. Here's 4, and I release. And 3, and release. This will help us with lifting our grocery bags. Think lift and release. Last one. And lift and release. Yes. So I'm going to change hands. I'm just going to swing it back. And I'm going to swing it back. Rotate back. And back. And one more. Back. And relax. Now, if you like, you can have that pillow there relaxing back, and that may feel a little better on your lower part of your back. And while I'm chatting up a storm here, how about if it's time to take a little drink of water, replenish before we do the other 3. So good. Place that down. Taking a hold of whatever you have. I've also used soup cans. The only way I would recommend using a soup can is if you can hold that can in your hand. You could use tomato paste soup cans. They're smaller. It just gives you a little more resistance and helps to build that strength. This is around the home and what we can use around our home. So I'm relaxing that hand down. I'm lifting that arm across my body, and I come here. I'm going to turn a little bit more towards you. I'm lifting it across my body as I bend slightly in that elbow and diagonal. It's a diagonal across the body and lower down. I'm stacking the vertebrae, I'm lifting up, I'm exhaling, I'm inhaling as I release. Let's do 4 more. Here's 4, and release. Here's 3, and release. Here's 2, and release. Last one. Here's 1, and relax. Whew. There we go. So I'm relaxed back in. I'm taking that same arm I just worked and I'm just waving back. I'm rotating that shoulder all the way back, 360 degrees. Full arm. One more time, full arm. Then shake both arms out. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I'm going to alternate and go to my weight. So change arms, take a hold of whatever you're using, a little soup can, a little tomato paste, a little ankle weight, or if you have light dumbbells. Now this time I want you to bring your arm across your body and rest it on the side of your leg. So I have it lower, but it is across my body. And then what I'm going to do is open wide. Bring it back. This is a diagonal outward shoulder raise. Bring it back, easy. Reaching comfortably overhead for that window shade cord, that flung up, reach. Going gently and easily, Reaching into the upper part of that cupboard, reach. And then 4 more, here we go. Here's 4, release. Here's 3, release. Here's 2, we're exhaling. We can be rested back in our chair. And 1. Bring it all the way down. Take a hold of it with the other hand. Bring it into center. Now just wax on and wax off and relax. Bring that weight across the body. Relax into your chair. Take the back of the hand towards me and open wide. And just pull it. Pull and release. Come across your body. Pull. Feel that diagonal. Release. Easy. And release. If this is bothering your shoulder, first try lowering and release. Keep it low and release. If it feels all right, try a little higher and release. Or right there in that diagonal and relax. Bring that weight in, wax on, and wax off. Okay. So we had our shrugs and rolls. We had bent over rows. We had our tricep extension. Yes. We had our diagonal inward. And then we had our diagonal outward. Ah, yes, outward. And our last exercise for today is called the elbow side extensions. And this time, we need both weights. We're going to sit up nice and tall. We're going to lift our weights just slightly right where our chest is. Our shoulders are relaxed. And we just open and we bend our elbows and close. And we open and we bend and close. This improves our grip. We have to hang on to those and close. It also improves our pull, P-U-L-L, yes, like opening a sliding glass door. Ooh, open and close. Or weeding, open and close. Only 2 more, here we go. Open and close. Wow, I can feel that weight on my shoulders. And open and close. Rest those down, tuck that chin, hinge forward. Place those weights underneath your chair. Uncurl up. Take those hands, show them to me. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Touching both tips of the fingers. Take an extra touch in this hand because maybe we didn't do it. Just in case it wasn't that hand, touch this hand. I don't know. Circle. Reverse that circle. We're thinking about maximum awesome results, bringing that inhale in, releasing it out. Once again, bringing the inhale in and exhaling out. Thanking those wonderful body parts, in particular our arms, our upper back, and our shoulders. Exhale out, knowing that you are strong, stretched, and centered. Happy, happy day. Hope to see you next week. Woo!